Hello, everyone. Welcome to Real Wiccan Talk. I'm James Otten, Wiccan author extraordinaire, and today we're going to be talking about, and humble too. And today we're going to be talking about this McMuffin, which, if you don't know, McMuffin is kind of my word for Muggle. That's basically what it means. um, this McMuffin here who wrote an article for The Independent, some UK publication, and her name, I have no idea how to pronounce her first name, Ceri. That's either Sari or Carrie or Sherry. Scary Sherry? I have no idea. Sherry Radford? Let's call her Sherry Radford for now. Okay. Now, apparently she thinks she did some kind of scientific study on what makes witchcraft tick and Wiccans and this and that, whatever. So my goal here is I'm going to show you how an actual scientific experiment is conducted. Okay, Miss Scary Sherry? Alright. Now let's start off with the title of her article. I spent a week becoming a witch and the results were worrying. A whole week, really? Wow, you spent an entire week as a witch? I mean, you must be an expert. Wow, an entire week. I mean, God, I didn't know you could master something in a week. I'm gonna start like mastering everything now. If you can master anything in a week, jeez, that's incredible. She must be she must be a prodigy, huh? Okay, now let's start off with her article. We're gonna read a little bit of this tripe, just a little bit. Um, It's the new year. I could have given up booze and bacon or embarked on a punishing new fitness regime. But they seem too harsh for the drab days of January. And besides, I had more ambitious plans for personal transformation, namely to turn myself into a witch. Really? So she blew off her fitness goals and diet goals. So that, number one, that goes to show you that she's lazy. We're dealing with a very lazy woman here. Okay, that's my first observation. Let's see. She's talking about the resurgence of in popularity of witchcraft and astrology and such and so on and so on. Okay, and she says here the one of the things I need, along with suspension of belief in scientific underpinnings of the universe, is an altar. Really? Scientific underpinnings of the universe. So this woman is so incredibly knowledgeable. She actually knows how the entire universe works. Wow. Again, that's incredible. Okay, I gotta get through this without laughing too much. Okay, I'm guessing, Scary Sherry, that your knowledge of science is probably limited to very rudimentary understanding of Newtonian physics. That would be my guess. Like, basically, apple falls from tree, knocks you in the head, and you're like, oh, gravity, see? I'm a master of science. Got it. All right. To me, I'm thinking her knowledge of science is about like a first grader learning their ABCs for the first time and then suddenly thinking that they're magically a master of grammar and spelling, right? Pretty much. Okay. By the way, I'll mention this girl is obviously an atheist, as if you read the article, which I don't recommend, you can pretty much tell that. Here she scoffs at the Earth's energy. Recommendations include some bright cloth, salt, protective and purifying, and represents the Earth's energy. Um, okay, let me tell you something, sensational, Sherry. Okay, energy, you don't think the Earth has energy? Did you know that quantum physicists have already discovered that everything is made of energy? So therefore, not only does the Earth have energy, you have energy, and everything is literally made of energy. Okay, I'm just guessing that you didn't even have a clue about that. All right. Never mind quantum physics in general, which I've talked about before on the channel a couple times. The double slit experiment, which oddly shows that human consciousness seems to have an effect on reality, whether we're aware of it or not. You can't make this stuff up. I don't believe anybody can disprove that since it was already done and recorded. Okay. Um, we go on here and she talks about she goes to the crystal shop. Oh my god, she doesn't like the price of the crystal, so she doesn't buy one. Well, that's really an impressive, thorough experiment there. Don't even buy the crystal. Then she goes on to do a spell, writes something on the piece of paper, and then refuses to burn the paper. Again, yeah, that's real scientific. I mean, how else are you gonna find out if the spell works if you don't even do it, right? That's incredible. I'm so impressed right now. Then she goes on to talk about divination. Divination. She says the reading that she's doing seems to make sense, and then she goes, "Oh, there it is. It's confirmation bias. That's what it is. It's confirmation bias." Now, confirmation bias, I will grant you, is a very real thing. It's something that you do have to. It's a pitfall, if you will. They have to be careful of. Which is why sometimes you have to study things like repeatedly over and over again to see what's working, what's really working, and what's not working, and what's just your imagination or your own bias, and what isn't. Um, which she obviously did not do here. And confirmation bias, it's something that can happen. You got to be careful. We have to be careful with it if we're first starting out because sometimes we can go a little bit crazy like that. But it's also something that confirmation bias. I'm gonna turn this back on you, Miss Scary Sherry, and I'm gonna suggest that you had confirmation bias going into this because you're an atheist and you're looking to actually disprove everything, rather than actually prove everything, so that you can cash in on the popularity of the topic and write yourself an article for the Independent, which you know will probably make the rounds and go kind of viral and yeah, get you like really popular. So yeah, confirmation bias, you've got that. You have that. You. I'm pointing at you, Scary Sherry. All right. Finally, at the end, to wrap this up, she says, "We." Oh, she compares Wiccans to vax deniers and flat earthers, which we could easily compare you to them, actually, to be honest. And she says, we shun science at our own peril. And I'm going to tell you, since you obviously don't have any knowledge of science, I'm going to throw this back at you also. Yeah, that's true. You shun science at your own peril, Sherry, or Carrie, or whatever your freaking name is, because you don't know anything about science. And you are not capable of performing any of the occult tests that an occultist does because you're closed-minded and because all you want to do is prove your own little tiny worldview and reinforce it and then be a smartass, which is kind of generally what atheists tend to do, to be honest. Okay, so there you have it. This article is absolute tripe. I don't recommend it. I don't know about the book that she read because I've never read this particular one. Something about Modern Witch's Guide to Happiness, whatever. I don't know. I've never read it, so I'm not even going to talk about that. Of course, I will tell you that my books are still available on Amazon.com, the Kindle books. I do have a paperback available at pretty much all online book outlets. So check that out for sure. And I'm James Otten. This has been Real Wicca Talk. You guys have a great day. Blessed be, everyone.